Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well today and thank you so much for dropping by. So, today we dive into a powerful movement that has been gaining steam in recent years, one that has reached new heights of urgency. This is the growing number of African Americans relocating to Africa, not just for a visit, but for good. More than just a trip back to the motherland, these individuals are packing their bags, leaving the US and even the UK and other parts of the world and starting their lives in Africa. It is not just African Americans. First and second generation migrants are also making this significant move. So, why Africa? Why now? Why over the past few years? And if you're considering relocating, is it the right move for you? These are the questions that we'll explore today. We will talk about the factors driving this trend, the countries offering opportunities, and the real pros and cons of moving to Africa. But let me be clear, this information isn't just based on emotion. We have stats, interviews, and insights from those who have already made the leap. We'll also look at African countries that are welcoming people with open arms, offering citizenships, incentives, and opportunities for those ready to build a new future. The first thing I want to address is the issue of racial fatigue. The reality is that being black in America isn't getting easier. Every day there seems to be another case of police brutality, another law that targets black voters, or another corporate diversity program that feels like a box being checked rather than a genuine change. Black people in the US, or I should say people of color in the US, have spent centuries contributing to the country, yet they are still fighting for basic dignity and respect. For many, the question is, why keep fighting when I could take my skills, my money, my peace of mind somewhere that actually respects me? For some, it's about protecting their families, especially children, from the pressures and the struggles of living in an environment where systematic racism often defines their reality. It's not about running away, but rather finding a place where they can thrive, where they feel safe, valued, and seen. Although this last statement that I've made can be very controversial, where they feel safe, valued, and seen. We will go into that in another video. We'll expand on that. The second factor is the economy. Your dollars seem to stretch further in many African countries. For example, in places like Ghana and Nigeria, rent is significantly lower, and the cost of living in general allows people to live more comfortable without working endless hours just to survive. This shift can be life changing. Third is cultural recognition. Imagine waking up every day in a place where you don't have to code switch, where people aren't questioning your existence or touching your hair. Moving to Africa is more than just an economic decision for many. It's about finding a place where they can simply be, where blackness is the norm, not the exception. Many African countries have recognized this and they're offering opportunities for the diaspora to come home. Countries like Ghana have rolled out citizenship programs and are actively inviting African Americans to reconnect with their roots. And this is especially true if you were born in Jamaica. Ghana's year of return in 2019, for instance, saw over 1.5 million people visit the country. And other nations like Sierra Leone and Benin have also started offering automatic citizenship to descendants of enslaved Africans. But because a country offers citizenship, it doesn't mean it's the right place for you. There are 5 critical factors to consider before making this move. The first is employment. Many African nations have limited job markets, so if you're planning to work for someone else, you need in demand skills. If you're an entrepreneur, however, you have more flexibility to create your own opportunities. Then the business environment. Many African Americans are moving to Africa to start businesses, particularly in tourism, real estate, hospitality, and tech. But not every country is business friendly. Some countries like Ghana offer great opportunities for business owners, but setting up can be costly and time consuming. It's important to do your research and know what opportunities exist. Third, there is investment opportunities. Africa has a growing economy with an amazing potential for wealth building, especially in areas like real estate and manufacturing. If you are thinking long term, consider investing in these sectors. But remember, do your due diligence to avoid risk like land disputes or economic instability or going into business with the wrong people. It is vital to consider the political climate of a country before you move. Some countries face political unrest or economic challenges, and you need to be sure you'll be safe. Then, number 5, we have people's acceptance. Even though you may share a common ancestry, it's important to understand that being black doesn't automatically guarantee you'll be accepted in every country. Some places are more welcoming than others. Visit first, connect with other expats, and see how you'll be treated before making any long term decisions. Now, moving to Africa requires more than just a visa or a passport. It takes patience, adaptability, and the right mindset. You can't expect to come to Africa and make everything work as it did in the US. You need, or indeed in the UK, you need to understand the local culture, the way things are done, and approach everything with curiosity, not arrogance. If you're not willing to adapt, you'll struggle. But for those who embrace the changes, there's potential for success, growth, and a truly fulfilling life. Before making this move, there are a few things you need to do. Save money, because many African countries don't have mortgages like they do in the US or in the UK. Do your research, learn about the laws and the cost of living, safety and quality of life. And most importantly, spend time in the country you are considering before making any long term decisions. And last but not least, build a network, research, reach out to others who have made the move before you, get their insight and learn from their experiences. This is very, very, very important. And always have an exit strategy just in case things don't work out as you have planned. I always say to people, do not burn your bridges. Make sure that, despite the fact that the West might not be the place that you want to stay for the rest of your life, it's still good to have an escape route. It's still good not to sell your property. It's still good not to burn your bridges until you are 100% sure that this is what you want to do. In conclusion today, the decision to move to Africa is not something you should make impulsively, or don't do it because anybody else, your friend, they are doing it. So you've decided that you want to do it. It requires careful thought, planning, and understanding. But if you do it right, the opportunities for growth, freedom, and connections to your roots are endless. So, guys, thank you for tuning in today. I'd love to hear from you. Would you consider moving to Africa, or have you already made the move? And does it actually live up to your expectation? What was your experience like? Share your thoughts in the comment and let's keep the conversation going. So until next time, have yourselves a wonderful day, a wonderful night, wherever you are in the world, and one love.